Have you ever noticed where you spend most of your time? If you're like most of us, your mind is probably living in one of two places that don't actually exist: the past or the future. We find ourselves replaying old memories, carrying regrets, or we get lost in anxieties about what might happen tomorrow. We're either burdened by the weight of what was or anxious about the shadows of what could be. But what if I told you there's another way? The great sage Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj invites us on a journey, not to some distant, mystical land, but to the only place where life is actually happening: the living present. In this exploration, we are going to dive deep into one of the most common human experiences: the feeling that our mind is a problem. We think it's too chaotic, too loud, something that needs to be controlled, fixed, or even silenced. We try meditation, affirmations, and all sorts of techniques to tame this wild beast within. But Maharaj offers a radical perspective. He suggests that the mind isn't the problem. The problem arises when the mind refuses to do what it's meant to do: flow. He asks us to consider a state of being that exists beyond the frantic chatter of our thoughts, a state that is timeless, changeless, and solid as a rock. It's a state that's already here, waiting to be discovered underneath all the noise. So, how do we find it? Imagine your life as a vast, powerful river. This river is constantly flowing. On one side, you have the bank of pleasure, and on the other, the bank of pain. Maharaj teaches that the mind, by its very nature, is drawn to the bank of pleasure and wants to avoid the bank of pain. Think about it, it's completely natural. We seek out joy, comfort, and happiness. We instinctively pull away from suffering, discomfort, and fear. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. It's the basic survival mechanism of the mind. A child reaches for a sweet and recoils from a hot flame. It's how we navigate the world. The trouble begins, not with the seeking or the avoiding, but when the mind gets stuck. It's when we refuse to leave the bank of pleasure, clinging to it desperately, afraid to let a happy moment pass. We try to build a permanent home there, forgetting that the river of life must keep moving. Or, on the other side, we become so terrified of the bank of pain that we freeze, refusing to move forward for fear of what we might encounter. We get stuck in our resistance, in our desperate attempts to control the uncontrollable. This is when the mind becomes a problem. It creates a clog in the natural flow of existence. We create our own suffering not because pain exists, but because we resist it. We create our own anxiety not because pleasure's fleeting, but because we try to cage it. So, what's the solution? Maharaj's teaching is beautifully simple. Flow with the river. To flow with life means to practice acceptance. It means letting come what comes, and letting go what goes. When a moment of joy arrives, experience it fully, but don't cling to it when it's time for it to pass. When a wave of sadness or pain washes over you, allow yourself to feel it without building a wall of resistance. Let it pass through you, knowing that it too is part of the river's flow. This isn't about being passive or becoming a doormat to life's challenges. It's an incredibly active and powerful stance. It's the realization that you are not the events that happen to you. You are not the pleasure, and you are not the pain. You are the one to whom it all happens. You are the awareness in which the entire river of life flows. This is a profound shift in identity. We usually identify with our experiences. I am happy. I am sad. I am successful. I am a failure. But Maharaj points to something much deeper. You are the witness of happiness, the witness of sadness. You are the space in which all these experiences appear and disappear. The river flows. The banks of pleasure and pain are always there. But you are the steady, unchanging ground beneath it all. When you start to identify with this witnessing presence, you find that rocky quality he speaks of. The chaos of the mind doesn't disappear, but it no longer defines you. You can watch the thoughts and emotions come and go like clouds in the sky, without being swept away by them. But Maharaj doesn't stop there. He takes us even one step further, to the very source of it all. He asks us to investigate this very sense of I am, this consciousness that witnesses everything. What is it? Where does it come from? He guides us to see that even this consciousness, this feeling of being present and aware, is a manifestation of something even more fundamental. You are not just the witness. You are the ultimate potentiality from which the witness, the world, and everything in it arises. You are the unmanifest source of all that is manifest. This can sound abstract, but it's an invitation to a direct experience. By observing your own sense of being, you can trace it back to its silent, still source. This journey into the living present isn't about adding anything new to yourself. It's not about learning a new skill or acquiring more knowledge. It's a process of subtraction, of letting go. Letting go of the past that no longer exists. Letting go of the future that is yet to be born. Letting go of the idea that your mind is a problem to be solved. And finally, letting go of the limited identity you have built for yourself. What remains is the pure, unadorned experience of being, right here, right now. This is the timeless, changeless reality that Maharaj points to. It's not something to achieve in the future. It is the very heart of your own existence, always available in the living present. So, the next time you feel your mind getting stuck clinging to a pleasant memory or recoiling from a future fear, just pause. Take a breath. See if you can feel the river of life flowing through you. Acknowledge the banks of pleasure and pain, but don't set up camp. Remember that you are the witness, the vast, open space in which it all unfolds. By embracing the flow, you discover a peace that isn't dependent on circumstances, a freedom that is your very nature. You stop being a victim of life and become a conscious participant in its magnificent, ever-changing dance. Ever wonder why just remembering a delicious meal doesn't actually fill your stomach? Or why fantasizing about a future beach vacation doesn't give you a real tan? It seems obvious, but there's a deep truth hidden here. The great sage Nisargadatta Maharaj points out that there's something incredibly special, something unique about what's happening right now. The present moment has a kind of livingness, an actuality that memories of the past and dreams of the future just don't have. He calls this the stamp of reality. It's what makes this very second feel so vivid and solid compared to everything else. So, the big question is, what gives the now this incredible power? What makes it feel so real? Maharaj's answer is surprisingly simple, yet profound. It's your presence. You. You are the source of this reality. You are real because you are always in the now. You can't be anywhere else. And whatever is with you in this present moment, the sounds you hear, the screen you're watching, the air you're breathing, it all shares in your reality. It borrows its realness from you. The past is just a collection of memories in your mind, and the future is a web of imagination. Compared to the bright, illuminated actuality of this moment, they're like flimsy, meaningless mental dust. You are the one who gives reality to the present tick of the clock, making it stand out from the endless river of time. Think about it for a second. Since the day you were born, everything has changed. Your body is different. Your thoughts have evolved. Your life circumstances have shifted thousands of times. But Maharaja asks us to notice the one thing that has remained constant through all that change. The feeling that what is now is real. That sense of immediate reality has never left you. Not for a single moment. It was there when you were a child. It's here now as you listen to this, and it will be there tomorrow. This unchanging feeling is the mysterious, unknown factor that gives a flash of reality to the otherwise fleeting, transient events of our lives. It's the constant light that illuminates each passing frame of our experience, even in a dream. Have you noticed how real it feels while you're in it? The now of the dream world is just as convincing as the now of your waking life. You don't question it. You react. You feel. You experience it as reality. And what about deep, dreamless sleep? You might not have specific memories from that state, but when you wake up, there's often a general feeling, a memory of well-being, or of simply being. You know, you existed, even without a story to tell. This tells us something important. The mind's stream of states, waking, dreaming, sleeping, is endless and, let's be honest, often filled with pain, anxiety, and frustration. But behind this turbulent stream, the source of life, that sense of I am, stands perfectly still and unmoving. When we start to see that pleasure and pain are just ripples, just temporary gaps in this constant stream of consciousness, our whole perspective can shift. We realize that chasing fleeting moments of pleasure and running from fleeting moments of pain is an endless, exhausting game. This is when we begin to look for something deeper. We start searching for a happy mind. Not a mind that's happy because something good happened, but a mind that is inherently peaceful, a mind that doesn't depend on the constant push and pull, the warp and weft of desire and fear. This is the search for the changeless within the changing, the real within the apparent. It's about finding that steady, quiet center from which all of life's experiences arise. And the key, as Maharaj points out, is to turn your attention inward, to the very source of the now, to yourself. So how do we do this? How do we shift our focus from the drama of the mind to the stillness of our being? It begins with observation. Simply watch your thoughts and feelings come and go without getting swept away by them. Notice how they are like clouds passing in the sky. The sky itself, your awareness, is soon affected. The clouds may be dark and stormy or light and fluffy, but the sky remains vast, open, and clear. You are that sky. By repeatedly bringing your attention back to this inner space, this sense of being, you begin to loosen the grip of the mind. You realize you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you are not even your body. You are the silent witness to all of it. This practice isn't about fighting your mind or suppressing your thoughts. It's about a gentle, persistent shift in identification. Instead of identifying with the content of your experience, you identify with the context, the awareness in which it all happens. When you feel anger, instead of saying, "I am angry," you can observe, "Anger is present in my awareness." This small change in language reflects a massive change in perspective. It creates a space between you and the emotion. And in that space lies freedom. You're no longer a victim of your own mental and emotional states. You become the calm, impartial observer. This is not a one-time event, but a continuous process of rediscovery. Every moment is a new opportunity to recognize your true nature. When you find yourself lost in thought, worried about the future, or regretting the past, gently bring yourself back to the breath, back to the feeling of your body, back to the simple, undeniable fact of your own presence, right here, right now. This is the stamp of reality. This is where your power lies. You are not just a character in the movie of your life. You are the screen on which the entire movie is projected. Without you, without your consciousness, there would be no past, no future, and no present. There would be nothing. Realizing this deeply is the key to lasting peace and freedom. It asks the journey from being a person tossed about by the waves of life to being the vast, unshakable ocean itself. Have you ever wondered if pain is a real, unavoidable part of the universe, or if it's something created in our minds? This is a profound question, and the sage Nisargadatta Maharaj offers an equally profound answer. He explains that the universe itself is complete, perfect, and lacks nothing. In a state of total completeness, how could there be pain? Pain, he tells us, only arises when our mind isolates a single part and looks at it as separate from the whole. Think about it. The very nature of the mind is to divide, to categorize, to oppose. It sees this versus that, me versus you, good versus bad. When the mind focuses on just one piece of the puzzle, it can't see the entire, beautiful picture. This act of isolation creates a sense of lack, of deficiency, and it's within this self-created gap that pain takes root and grows. A single unpleasant event, when viewed alone, can feel overwhelming. But when seen as part of a vast, interconnected tapestry of life, its power diminishes. The solution, then, isn't to fight the pain directly, but to go beyond the mind that creates it. We need to transcend this limiting, dividing mental process. When we stop seeing the world in terms of opposition, something incredible happens. A new kind of consciousness is born on inclusive mind. Maharaj calls this state love in action. This isn't a passive, sentimental feeling. It's a powerful force that engages with life's challenges, not by resisting them, but by understanding their place within the greater whole. This inclusive mind is ultimately victorious because it recognizes that every part is totally and inseparable from the whole. It sees the unity in all things. Many of us on a spiritual path feel a huge gap, a deep abyss, between our aspirations for enlightenment and the reality of our day-to-day physical lives. We read the books, we meditate, we strive for a higher consciousness, yet we still get stuck in traffic, worry about bills, and feel frustrated. It can feel like we're living two separate lives. Maharaj offers a beautiful insight into this dilemma. He says that while the mind is what creates this abyss, it is the heart that crosses it. What does he mean by this? The mind thinks, analyzes, and judges. It creates the story of spiritual me over here and physical world over there. It creates the distance. The heart, on the other hand, feels, connects, and unifies. The bridge between the spirit and the body, the divine and the mundane, is love. Not just romantic love, but a deep, unconditional love for all of existence, including your own body and your own life, exactly as they are. This love doesn't see a separation. It embraces everything as one. So, how do we build this bridge of love? How do we live from the heart? Maharaja's guidance is to live fully in the living present. Imagine you're standing by a great river. The past is the bank you just left, and the future is the bank you're heading toward. Most of us spend our lives clinging to one bank or the other, regretting the past or worrying about the future. To live in the present is to let go of the banks and enter the flow of the river itself. It is to trust the current of life. This means recognizing a fundamental truth about who you are. You are not the fleeting thoughts, the changing emotions, or the physical sensations that flow through your awareness. You are the changeless background, the silent witness against which this entire show of the world appears and disappears. Think back to when you were a child. Your body was different. Your thoughts were different. Your experiences were different. Everything has changed, except for one constant factor. The simple, undeniable sense of I am. That feeling of existence has always been with you. As you go about your day, try to remember this. When you're washing dishes, when you're working, when you're talking with someone, gently bring your attention back to this core feeling of being. You are the light of consciousness in which everything appears. Stop defining yourself by the flimsy, temporary clouds of thought and feeling that pass through your sky. They are not you. You are the vast, open sky itself. Stay with the I am. Anchor yourself in this simple, pure sense of existence, without adding any labels to it like, I am happy, I am sad, I am a success, or I am a failure. Just, I am. This is the only factor that has never changed since the moment you were born. By resting in this awareness, by making it your home, the grand realization that you are the heart of all, the source of all, will begin to dawn upon you. The abyss disappears, not because you filled it, but because you realize it was never there to begin with. You are already whole. You are already complete. You are that. Mind creates the abyss. The heart crosses it. Thank you so much for joining me in exploring these deep ideas. If this resonated with you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Your support helps me continue to create and share this content. See you in the next one.